Hi, and thanks for checking out August's Northern BC News for real estate investors. The summer's winding down, but the market in Fort St. John continues to wind up. In fact, the Northern Real Estate Board has just announced that for the first time, housing in Fort St. John, the median average housing price at least has crossed the $400,000 mark. I continue to believe that there's a lot of runway ahead as these jobs continue to get created in the area and those values continue to get pushed up. I also think that you don't have to take my word for it. We have another trip coming up on September 20th and 21st. This is a great opportunity to go up to the area. We've always got an excellent lineup of speakers for you. In the past, we've had mayors from both Fort St. John and Dawson Creek, the MLA from the South Peace region as well. We always have great speakers lined up for you, and it will be a great opportunity for you to learn whether this is a good place for you to invest. Also, this could be the last opportunity to get up there before the snow flies. One of the news pieces affecting real estate in Northeast BC this month starts on the other side of the world in Beijing. Beijing recently announced that they have plans to, by 2020, completely wean themselves off coal. Of course, they still need something to produce the energy that the coal produced, and that mostly is actually natural gas, and we have a lot of that in BC, and this bodes very well for natural gas producers. Second of all, in Oregon, the Department of Energy has issued an export permit for LNG from the Oregon LNG project. Of course, why this is important for Northeast BC is that this project will use Northeast BC's gas. So again, this is going to be a project that if it goes through will create just a mountain of jobs in that area that will support the real estate values moving forward. Another piece of news this month comes from the Kitimat LNG project. This project is being spearheaded by Chevron. Apache was previously part of this deal. They've withdrawn this month. I think it's important that we dig down a little bit on this deal to see what we should conclude from it, because I believe if you just read the headline, you're going to come up with one conclusion, and I think actually the conclusion that we should come up with is another. So number one, I think it's important to look at why they actually got out of this deal. Apache has always been in the business of drilling, getting the gas out of the ground. Their core competence has never been on developing LNG plants, and investors right now want them to get back to their core competence, which is getting the stuff out of the ground. So that's the main reason for pulling out of it. They've had nothing but good things to say about the project, and Chevron continues to look for another partner to move it forward. But more importantly, they've recently had a call with investors. And what the plan was, if they were to proceed with the Kitimat LNG project, their plan was to get the gas from the very top right corner of BC in the Liard and Horn River basins. These are right near Fort Nelson. So these are jobs that wouldn't have been near Fort St. John and Dawson Creek. But now that they're planning on getting out of the project, if you look here from what the CEO was saying in the call with investors, they have plans to up their drilling activity in the Montney Field. So the Montney Field, of course, sits right underneath Fort St. John and Dawson Creek. These are jobs now that will exist in this region that wouldn't have before. So I believe this is actually a positive piece of news for the region that's going to create jobs, and of course that will sustain real estate. There have also been two other plants announced this month that are going to create a lot of jobs in the region. Number one is a liquefied natural gas plant, or an LNG plant, that's actually going to be right in the city limits of Dawson Creek. I know most of us think that the LNG plants just go on the coast, but this plant in particular is going to be used to satisfy local gas needs. So what will happen is they'll liquefy the gas in Dawson Creek, and it'll get trucked up to northern communities who will use it for power generation and heating and all of those types of things. So this is a great project that should sustain a number of jobs. Will cost about $250 million and should be running in the very near future. A second plant is actually a coordinated effort between Painted Pony Petroleum and AltaGas. They plan to build a gas processing plant about 100 kilometers north of Fort St. John. It's about a $350 million project. They plan to have it up and running by late 2015. Again, this will support a number of jobs in the region, and it's good to see these projects that are going through that will create jobs in the meantime while these projects are getting lined up and constructed on the coast. I believe these projects will continue to support the market moving forward in Fort St. John and Dawson Creek. I continue to believe there's a lot of runway ahead for prices and rents to grow. If you don't believe me, come see it for yourself. We have a trip up there, as I said, on the 20th and 21st. There's a link in the description as well as a link in the email. You can click on that for more information. I look forward to having you on the tour, and as always, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.